Hello, I'm Professor Brown, and I'm here to welcome you to Music 110, which is listening to music. We're going to be studying the music of European classical composers. And I'm just going to introduce myself, give you a tour around our Blackboard course site, and help you kind of find things and get an idea of where to get started for this course. So I've been teaching at Montgomery College since 2004. My undergraduate degree is in music. My graduate degree is in voice. I am an opera singer by training, and I will sing at you, beware. I teach the voice class. I also teach intro piano, world music, pop music, music theory, and this class. And this is one of my favorites because I really love to share classical music with people. And so I would like to highlight for you one of the things that I emailed. You should have it in your email inbox. I'm going to share the screen in case you didn't get it. Go back and look. So it's this getting to know you sheet. And the reason I sent you this is so that you can give me a little bit of background about what your musical experiences are, what your major is. It just helps me to get to know you a little bit. If you can remember the English courses you took, what you're currently taking, things like that. And if you played music for a couple of years, if you played the clarinet for 2 years, if you have played the piano for 10 years, things like that. And that helps me not just to get to know you, but to be able to call on that experience. Sometimes we need to talk about, what it's like to play a string instrument and why there are so many strings in the orchestra, things like that. Okay, and anything you are hoping to learn or things you would like me to know about you. So if you could send that to me sometime this week, that'll be great. And I'm going to take you around our course website. Our website is divided by modules, and I think you'll find it pretty clear. So let's go to our course webpage. So again, it's Music 110. It should pop up for you as soon as you log into Blackboard. Make sure that you can log into Blackboard. If you have problems, you want to call IT. So here's our course website. The left-hand menu is where you're going to find the things that you need. For example, the syllabus, right? So I want you to kind of walk through the syllabus, make sure you know what's expected. So it's in here. You want to look at the course content, which is what I'm going to show you now. And of course, your grades are here. Email is here. Our online sessions through Zoom will be here. And you're going to click on those links on the left-hand side to help you. So I'm going to take you to our first module here. So the first 10 chapters of your book are about the elements of music. So things like dynamics, things like melody, harmony, rhythm, timbre, form, all of those things. And the book has all of that in detail, and you want to read the book. This is the book. 9th edition, Music and Appreciation in Brief by Roger Camion. Don't not get it. It's less than 20 bucks. So make sure you get that. That's on the syllabus also. But what the Blackboard site is going to do is highlight some of those terms so that you can have a better idea, give you some more musical examples so you know what I'm talking about. And also in these modules are assignments. So here are a couple of videos, video on dynamics, a video on scales from The Sound of Music. For you visual learners, a picture of what texture looks like. And then I also have assignments. We're going to have assignments for each section that we cover. So your first assignment is about timbre or tone quality. And those will be graded. It's about 10% of your grade. And you're gonna do the assignment. You're gonna open this and do the assignment, and then you're gonna submit it right on Blackboard, and I will grade it on Blackboard. And you'll see it in My Grades, which again is in the left-hand course menu. And down here at the bottom is an example of music from our book. So, and that's going to demonstrate some of the concept that I talked about above. Okay, I'm going to also show you some of the PowerPoints. So every one of these modules has PowerPoints, has assignments, has YouTube videos. We spent a lot of time on YouTube, so be ready for that. So here's a PowerPoint. It's called Intro to Baroque Art. There it is. And so you'll get, for example, description of a term, the basso continuo, okay? This is the basso continuo. I'll explain what the term is. It's in your book, of course, but this is to help you review. And here's a picture of some continuo players. Two of them are continuo players and the other two are melody instruments. And here is some music that uses basso continuo. And I'm just showing you this so you understand a little bit about the level we'll get into with music. So this is not a music theory course, okay? There's not going to be any playing of music or on your part, or having to read notes or anything like that. That's not our job. All you want to be able to do is have a general idea of how music works, that we read it, for example, from left to right, that higher parts are in the treble clef, that lower parts are in the bass clef, what a part means, things like that. So you can see in this music, and maybe if you blow it up, you get a better idea, that the top line is for flute, and the lower two lines are for the basso continuo, and that continues in the next line, and the next line, and the next line. Okay, so that's a little bit about what our PowerPoints will be, and I have them for every chapter. And then I'm going to show you some of the YouTube examples that we use. So I have kind of two types of listening examples. And one type would be an explanation, for example, of what basso continuo is. So I might have a 5 or 10 minute video on what that means. And then I'll have an example from your book that talks about an example from your book that uses basso continuo. So for example, let's look at this video of continuo playing. Okay, I'm gonna start here.
Basso continuo is something we hear about a lot in Baroque music, and it's completely essential to understanding this repertoire. If you don't know exactly what that means, it's usually the bass line of a piece with figures or figured bass to sort of indicate which harmonies you're going to be playing. If you play a sustained instrument like a cello, viola da gamba, or a bassoon, you'll play just the bass line. But if you play a chordal instrument like a harpsichord or a lute, you're going to fill out all of the harmonies indicated by the figures. I invited my friend Dylan, a great harpsichord player, to tell us a little bit more about playing continuo.
Sorry, Dylan. We're going to skip you. So anyway, you would watch that video so you could understand it if you didn't quite get it from the book. And then we would look at an example. We're going to pick a piece from the Baroque period, which is 1600 to 1750. And you'll worry about that once we get into the course. And this is a piece by Vivaldi. It's from the Four Seasons. He wrote a piece that comprised the four seasons. So there's one for spring, there's one for summer, there's one for autumn, and there's one for winter. And I'm going to play you the winter one. And if you understand what continuo is, you'll be able to pick it out in this video and really be able to understand how it functions. Okay, so you can see the level of playing is very high. She's a virtuoso player. That's one of our terms. So we're not going to be doing that playing in this class, but we're going to be listening to that and hearing aspects of the style. And that's one of the goals of our course, is to figure out, is this piece from the Baroque period? Is it from the Romantic period? Is it from the medieval period? And again, that's how our course is organized by periods. So I've got lots and lots of YouTube examples, so you don't need to buy any music for this course. It's all there within the learning modules. So hopefully that gives you a little introduction to what we're going to be doing in this course. If you can, fill out that getting to know you sheet so that I have a better idea of who you are, and just send it to my email, which is heather.brown@montgomerycollege.edu. It's in the syllabus. That's the answer to a lot of questions. It's in the syllabus. It's right there at the top. And then make sure you get the textbook. And I look forward to meeting all of you virtually. And we're going to be doing lectures, pre-recorded lectures on Tuesday at our meeting time, 10:45, and then we're going to be doing class in real time, synchronously, on Thursday. So that's our current plan for the semester. So make sure you're listening to those recordings in the left-hand course menu on Blackboard for Tuesday's class. And then for Thursday's class, you'll get a chance to answer questions. We'll do activities and of course, cover more material. All right, can't wait to get started and looking forward to it. Thanks.